Welcome. It is Saturday, August 24th. Let's get the show on the road. Chicago has survived the DNC, folks. Chicago has survived the DNC. Like, share, and subscribe. We're going to talk about the DNC in Chicago and what happened. A quick summary as they do the cleanup. Yeah, DJ Wonder Chrissy, Migrant Mayhem here at Land Cruiser Midwest. Like, share, and subscribe. And let's bring that music down and get the show on the road. That was another perspective by Silent Partner from YouTube Audio Library, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, it's over. It's finally over. The town didn't burn to the ground. They still have Chicago for another day, I guess. Most of the people have left. Cleanup has begun. It's a bell ringing weekend here. It's, what is it? It's another chilly morning here in Chicago. It is 62 degrees. It is 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday, and we're coming to you guys here. We've got everything that you need on this channel right here. We are the channel for the DNC, because we bring you guys breaking news. We bring you breaking news. That's right. We're breaking news here, guys. So let's look at the first video that we got here. First report about DNC closing up. Gives a little summary here. Pretty much on spot. We've got a couple of different videos of this. I hope you enjoy it. Let's check out this one here. Here we go.
Closing the chapter on the 2024 DNC, and it's time to clean up. Workers are taking down the stage and all the equipment at the United Center, and outside the barricades and fences near the arena and McCormick Place are coming down. All streets are expected to be back open by early Monday morning. The DNC brought thousands of delegates, volunteers, politicians, and journalists to our city, but some say that Chicagoans stayed home. So what effect did the DNC...
Yeah, they're starting to backpedal on the financial impact. Supposed to be $200 million bringing to the city, and looks like that may not be the case. We'll delve into the financials right now.
DNC have on busy business areas removed from the United Center and McCormick Place. It's a question that our Sarah Maki went looking to answer. Sarah, what are you finding?
Well, Erica, it's hard to know exactly how many people avoided downtown, stayed home, or...
A lot of people avoided downtown. I hear Metra's counts were down 50%. 50. Yes, Metra's ridership down 50% this week over normal week, which they're down anyway on that. But anyway,
maybe even left the area entirely during the DNC to avoid traffic and crowds. But there are a couple of different ways to measure, and when we looked around, we found out that some businesses might not have benefited as equally as others.
Really slow. It was really slow this whole week.
Able to move around the city, Reina Prito says their food truck business struggled during the DNC week because so much of their regular lunch crowd chose the option to work from home.
The dreaded work from home, folks, which is killing our economy left and right.
We make about $3 to $4 grand a day, but usually we're making about half.
This week you're making half of that?
Yeah, half of that.
It's a similar situation for businesses in the South Loop, sometimes cut off from their regulars by DNC fencing.
Not a lot of business. To be honest, it just slowed the business down all the way. We lost a lot, I want to say, because our normal people then wasn't showing up. They had nowhere to park. They had to walk 2-3 blocks in order for them to get to the store. So yeah, it slowed business down tremendously.
With the DNC officially in the rear view, we wanted to know what kind of effect the convention had on downtown business. One way to look at it, Metro ridership numbers. In the first 3 days of the convention, Metro numbers never cracked 102,000. On Tuesday, typically their busiest day, ridership was 50% lower than the 6 prior Tuesdays.
Yeah, just being part of the process is amazing, you know what I mean? To show our support.
But some businesses did benefit, like Gregory Smith's Soul and Smoke food truck, contracted by the DNC to position at the United Center.
I was there when we were opening up United Center, when they were setting everything up, so I was helping everybody and leading the crew there.
And Danita Tittle, who says she is already seeing business pick back up.
You know, some people were here left over from the DNC, so they came out.
When it comes to economic impact, organizers estimated that the DNC could bring up to $200 million to the area. From the Loop, Sarah Maki, CBS News, Chicago.
All right, Sarah, thank you.
So there you go. There you go. I guess everyone survived, but except for this one report. Obviously, the delegates from Colorado had an awesome experience. 3:30 in the morning one morning. I'll defer to my mother-in-law, God rest her soul, who always said that nothing good happens after midnight. So here's a report of the White Palace Grill, which is in the South Loop, and they had some issues there a couple nights ago, and some of the delegates got a first-hand look to what Chicago was all about, and they kind of poo-pooed it. They just said, "Oh, it's a normal big city problem, I guess." So let's look at this. Let's look at this report and see how they feel about being used as target practice as they're having a late night breakfast.
Business is back to normal here at White Palace Grill after police spent hours here overnight investigating a shooting that sent a man to the hospital in fair condition. Now, those shots were fired while several DNC delegates were in.
How is he gonna survive, Uncle Lair? Yes, I think he's going to survive. He's in fair condition.
After the convention, they described the scene as chaotic. Chicago police are still searching for the gunman who shot a 42-year-old man at White Palace Grill in the South Loop. The shooting happening around 3 o'clock this morning while many of the customers inside.
There you go. The guy's got a sign. He's going to take it home with him. That's just like a neon sign walking around Chicago. Maybe it gets him some immunity. I don't know.
Were delegates from the DNC convention.
All of a sudden, we just heard gunshots, and they were very, very close.
Javier Mabry is a delegate from Colorado. He says he immediately thought his life was in danger.
All of us got down immediately under the tables and thought that there was somebody in the restaurant that was going to shoot every single person that was in there.
Employees spent the morning cleaning up broken glass so they could reopen for business. The security guard who works at the diner was just getting off his shift when he says a man walked into the restaurant holding what appeared to be alcohol in his hand. That led to an argument before shots were fired.
When you come in, we got to stop you at the door and
we got to stop you at the door.
Make sure we can't let nobody with alcohol in. We can't make nobody who's drunk and belligerent in.
Some employees tell us they're shaken up today and say that's why they amped up security at the diner recently. But that's also why one man walking into work today says their staff is prepared for situations like this.
We got bulletproof windows and doors and everything. We're protected down here. 9 cameras to 4 different locations. We're not really that.
Well, then they should be able to find out who did this pretty quick. I haven't seen any pictures yet.
concerned.
And as police continue to search for the gunman, many continue to worry about gun violence around the U.S.
It's indicative of the problem that we have in this country with gun violence. This is the reality that people face across this country. It's not just a Chicago problem.
So at this time, police still have not arrested anyone for this shooting. Employees are hoping that several cameras across this area will help that investigation.
Watch break.
I went to Chicago for a convention and I got killed. Yeah, how would that feel? Going to a convention and, yeah, and you don't make it out. You don't make it out. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, we had the maggots. They're still looking into what happened with the maggots. That was at the Fairmont. I think the Fairmont Hotel. The Indiana delegation came down for their buffet breakfast, only to find out that there was a couple of ladies that that had dropped a package of maggots in the eggs, I believe. Wow, that will wake you up in the morning. Let's look at some more of how they're dismantling the DNC and how some people just stayed out of town. They're supposed to have most of the major streets open by noon today and be completely torn down with the fencing by Monday morning. So let's watch this video.
Right. And most major intersections that were impacted on the near west
And it's our beautiful Casey Cronus.
side will be back open by tomorrow, but city officials are asking residents for just a few more days of patience.
Just a little more, just a little more.
Balloons fell in the United Center on night 4 of the convention. Crews were waiting in the wings to tear down.
I want to thank every single City Chicago worker.
Well, Brandon's labeling this a success. There's nothing more he wants but success.
Workers who spent months preparing and executing the best political convention that this country has ever seen.
Near Washington and Wood,
Best ever seen, Chicago. I'm the mayor.
trucks were used Friday to block streets as fencing was dismantled, barricades were moved, and federal equipment was collected. At McCormick Place, it was a similar scene.
Helicopters, drones, cops.
Residents are now reflecting on the week.
It wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be.
Some dodged road closures while others avoided them altogether.
We decided it might just be a little bit too much commotion and a little bit too much disruption.
Community members like Ben Shack packed up and hit the road.
So we left and spent the week down at Starved Rock and had some quiet family time instead.
Archie Mack considered skipping town but rolled the dice.
After I saw the security plan, I decided to stay.
And he says he was impressed.
Honestly, I was really surprised how well the city managed things. It's always great to get back to normal, but it wasn't nearly the inconvenience that I thought it was going to be.
One of the biggest inconveniences came to those who park on the street.
It was chaotic, to say the least. Everyone was chomping at the...
Eric Ballard describes the mad dash once no parking signs went up last week.
They posted all the signs and it was a battle. I got lucky. I found a spot and I left it there. I wasn't going to move my car.
On some blocks, parking restrictions will remain up through Sunday. By Sunday night, officials say 75% of their equipment will be cleared from curb lanes, and by Monday, the entire tear-down mission will be complete. Reporting live at the United Center, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago. That's right.
So there you go. There you go. So now Chicago can go back to its normal day-to-day stuff. Yeah. You remember the day-to-day work. Hopefully there's people out there making some bucks, but the gravy train known as the DNC is over now for the minority communities. If you didn't get your money, you're SOL. You're SOL. So we survived. I'm sure. I bet we need to buy some T-shirts that said "I survived the DNC." That's probably a true thing. I bet you if someone made those, it probably could have sold them to the Colorado delegation who went to the White Palace Grill. So it looks like that White Palace Grill is Guy Fieri diners, dives, and whatever type of place. So it must be very popular, and someone almost lost their life having some hot cakes and potatoes, I guess. So there you go. There is our update on the DNC. Chicago survives to live another day. And I am DJ Wonder Chrissy. I think we'll keep it short here today. It's a Saturday. Sun is starting to come out. The DNC is getting cleaned up. And we're not gonna have to bury too many people. Just some, just slightly injured people. It seems to be slightly injured. Few windows broken. Some maggots in the eggs, the scrambled eggs. What more can you ask for? A protest here and there. CTA station almost overrun. It was all fun, folks. All fun. How much more fun can you have than the DNC in Chicago? So we'll end this as we end every show with a bell ringer and a hand slap and a hey, see ya.